Hey, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of the Roundtable Talk. I am your host, C Money, and we are back here in downtown Miami. Just a few minutes ago, we was giving you a tour of Bayfront Park, which is one of the premier parks in downtown Miami. And now we are going to show you a new thing. We're now going to another location, which is Bayside Marketplace. Now, Bayside Marketplace is the premier outdoor shopping center here in downtown Miami. This is one of the premier shopping centers here in downtown Miami. First we're gonna come this way. I wanted to start from the front of the building, but since we did Bayfront Park and we ended up in the back of Bayfront Park, I guess it would be good to do it over here. We are now here in the back of Bayside Marketplace. Now, you may not hear me as much as you can because of the fact that there are a lot of restaurants that will be playing music. Now, this is one of the things back in 2020. I did this as a birthday treat for me and the girl that I just started dating. This is called Skyview Miami. Now, I wrote a similar one in Atlanta called Skyview Atlanta in 2019. And as a birthday gift for me, I wanted to try this out. It is one of the largest Ferris wheels. I'm not saying it is the largest, but it is the largest Ferris wheel that is open year round here in Miami. And if you look, I'm gonna show you, it's coming up. There's a red cab here, and it is coming up right about now. That red cab is the VIP cab, which is roughly $50, which means that it has a glass floor to where you can see on the floor. It has air conditioning. Of course, the air conditioning probably turns off because it is winter and it's cold. Tickets, you can buy online and stuff like that. Margaritaville, Miami Bayside. This is Margaritaville. Let me give you an inside look. Bayside was the premier spot for a lot of people. I really can't say when it opened up. I didn't do my research on it. I'm so sorry, but I know that it was a spot back in the 90s. As a young kid, this was one of my spots where my family used to go here at Bayside. We used to go downtown to go shopping, then we end up at Bayside where they had the little, they had little rides. They had an interactive ride here, and they had, one of our favorite spots was Hooters, which used to be here. This is hello. Air piercing Claire's. I have not been to Bayside in a while, but Sock Vibes, this is another place. The last time I've been here, I visited one of the stores, which is probably not here anymore. Let me see. I didn't see it. Oh, thank you. I'm sorry. One of the people just noticed that my book bag was open. I'm sorry, my book bag was open. Oh, they got rid of it. It used to be yeah. It used to be a GameStop here, so I'm guessing the GameStop is now closed because I don't see the GameStop no more. So I'm guessing, or the Build-A-Bear Workshop. This is something okay. It's Sugar, the world's greatest candy store. I'm guessing that's upstairs. We're gonna probably take a little. Well, I don't know if we're gonna go upstairs because I know upstairs used to be the food court, but they have since took away the food court area. They took it away at one point to make a dinosaur exhibit here, and then when the exhibit closed down, they just kept away, the whole food court thing. We're not gonna really do much of the area. We're just gonna do like a ground floor walkthrough. Like if you wanna know more, oh yes, sugar is right here. So they did open this up, and I'm guessing it opened up and have a second floor now. That's interesting. This used to be I forgot the name of the store. It'll probably come to me. But this is an outdoor, like kind of like a flea market, but not a flea market, because most flea markets, they sell like vintage and used stuff. But this is the outdoor shopping mall, where a lot of the stores here are outdoor, where you see, one of the things about this also sits a transit hub. If you can see over here, there is a tour buses over there. Also, one of the companies that I took to Georgia, which is Flixbus, which I told you, the parent company of Greyhound, they actually have a bus stop here. Now that wasn't my bus stop when I visited Georgia. My bus stop was near the airport station, near the airport where I live closer by. I don't live close by the airport, but I live in between the airport and here, and the closest stop will be to the airport, where they have a bus station here at the airport. Now, this is the main central area of Bayside. We're gonna go up, turn around, and come back, and then we're gonna go out to the front. These are where most of the boats are at, where you can actually get on boats and stuff like that. We're not gonna go up. We're just gonna keep on the ground floor. Now this right here is called Black Market Miami. Now this spot here was a premier spot for me and my family, because right there where it says Black Market Miami, the restaurant that sits upstairs, used to be a Hooters. Now, I want to say because of the pandemic, Hooters has closed their doors. Because I don't remember exactly when Hooters closed, but I know that they closed sometime, I believe during the pandemic. And Hooters did not want to renew. I guess they didn't want to renew their lease, or they didn't want to come back, or something went down to where Hooters eventually had to, Hooters closed and they never reopened here. So it became like, no. But eventually it came to where, of course, they put something else there, which is Black Market Miami, which is like a, local restaurant. Maybe one day I'll do a video of the restaurant and do something with the restaurant there. Yes, you have a Victoria's Secret. I'm gonna stay on this side because we're gonna eventually turn around and go back, and then go to the front of the building, to where you're gonna see a lot more. There's a sport of, upstairs there is a Chili's upstairs. If you look up there on that balcony area to your left, there's a Chili's there. That's a very frequent Chili. I took my mom there one time for her birthday. I've been there with a few co-workers and stuff like that. But yeah, there is a Chili. There's a New Balance store here. There used to be a Guess store here. This used to be Los Ranchos, which was a Spanish restaurant, but they ended up closing and moving upstairs. And then eventually the restaurant got closed, and then it ended up becoming a popular restaurant called Bacon Bitch. If you've never heard of Bacon Bitch, you're in for a treat. It is a known restaurant here in the South Florida area. They have several locations, and they was building one in West Palm Beach. If you look back at hotspots in South Florida and you seen my West Palm Beach videos, I did walk by a location that was soon going to be a bacon bench. So they're all over. The first location is in South Beach. The next location is here at Bayside Marketplace. And of course, there were several, other locations that they're building throughout South Florida. Now, I may do a video of them too, because I've always wanted to try bacon bench, but I've never actually gotten the chance to go around and do it, because there are several restaurants that I so want to try, but I haven't gotten really the chance to do it. One of the restaurants that I'm actually going to order from a restaurant later on today, and I will be going to do a short-lived video of this restaurant. It might be one of my shorts, I don't know, because I'm not probably going to do a full episode of it, but it might be one of my shorts. But I'm going to do a video. Now we have turned around and came back. We're back on the other side of the shopping mall. That's the parking garage and where the restrooms are at. Now, at one point there was a virtual reality gaming place here that I've never visited, but it was short-lived. It only lasted maybe half a year or maybe a year. It wasn't here for long, so basically you didn't get much experience out of it. I guess it wasn't as popular as most people. Now this is Haagen-Dazs right here. Now Haagen-Dazs, they did have an actual store here or actual location. I'm going to show you it, but they closed the location and they opened one at Brickell City Center. I believe that's where the location got moved from, or they just downsized to a kiosk cart. Now as well, you have a lot of boutiques and a lot of places here. Like I said, this was one of my childhood places from back in the late 90s, early 2000. Back in the late 90s, early 2000, where there's also up there. There's a Fat Tuesdays up there as well, where people go in. Now the mall, this place, I believe there's a Koyo Taco coming soon. I've heard of them. That's a familiar taco place. Now this mall, I believe, closes at 11, because I know the Chili's closes at 11 on nightly, so I know that makes it to where this closes at 11. This is Pier 5. I see they have did some renovations to Pier 5. If you want an overhaul view of Bayside, you can come out here for yourself, but we're just giving you a somewhat look of what it looks like. This is Island Clean Cruises. Now, Island Clean Cruises is one of my favorite cruises, because on Fridays and Saturday nights they do dance party tours. They do dance party boat rides, and what that is for 90 minutes they go out into the water. They turn the upper deck, which you see up there, into the dance floor, and they have a DJ, a bar, and stuff like that, where you can go and you can dance the night away, and if you want to drink, you can drink and stuff like that. And at the bottom they have tables and chairs down inside. Me and my family used to do that every year for Christmas, but a few years prior to COVID, they started, because they used to have it on the upstairs on the dance floor. You can have chairs sitting on the sides, and the middle part is the dance floor. Then, the boat is moving. And then they had it to where you can sit on the side, and then the dance floor is in the middle. But then the last time we went was a few years ago, where they decided they don't want chairs on the dance floor upstairs. So you either had to sit on the deck, which is in the front there, the front deck, or you had to sit there where there was a back part where the seats was, but it was too built up. So I took one of my ex-girlfriends who passed away, rest in peace. I took her on one time, but it was freezing cold. So she stayed downstairs and I stayed upstairs on the dance floor. But every year for Christmas, my family went. It was me, my brother, his girlfriend, my nephew, my mom. We went every year. But when they started removing the chairs from the dance floor area, it just got to where my family just, hey, we're going to stop going. But I'm going to try to reinvent that wheel again and start going back. And start doing like a more traditional sense. Right here, this is a Starbucks. Now this Starbucks, this is where the original Haagen-Dazs was located at. Now it got revamped to a Starbucks, to where now, as you can see, a Starbucks. This is one of the iconic areas that people take pictures at. They take pictures here. This is the Bayside. Do not climb the tree. Bayside banyan tree, and this is one of the. This is called the Bubba Gump Shrimp Co. If you've ever seen the movie Forrest Gump, this is based off of that movie. Now, I'm gonna go back to that in a quick second. This is called the Vacation Supply Co., which used to be, I believe, the Guest store here. And yeah, that used to be the Guest store. And back there used to be Gap. I was thinking it wasn't the Guest. I was thinking Guest back there, but it was the Gap. But this used to be the Guest store here. Now here at the Bubblegum Shrimp Co., I think there's another location in Broward, but that's the only ones I know. Each of the dining, I've eaten here before, but I eaten here one time, but that was sitting at the bar, with some coworkers. Each of these rooms have themed rooms, like this is like, and most of them are catering to themes of the movie Forrest Gump, where you see this is like a kitchen type style dining room experience. Most of this is basically because of it's based off of the movie Forrest Gump. Now here it's called I guess you could say the Miami Walk of Fame or the Bayside Walk of Fame, where a lot of people who have contributed to South Florida, they are here. Of course, Kevin Hart, because he did a movie with Ice Cube, Ride Along, Romeo Brito. Who was this? Ride Along 2, Magic Mike, Adam Rodriguez, because he was part of CSI Miami, Jada Pinkett Smith, Annie, Kevin James, Bobby Cannavale, Channing Tatum. Let's see, Rio 2, Andy Garcia, Jamie Foxx. I believe Ice Cube is somewhere, if I haven't mistakenly seen him. But yeah, those are a lot of the people who contributed to South Florida. Mainly they either contribute to, like, they made a movie here in South Florida, or they made an impact in South Florida. Now we're into the front of the building here, where we are now. I'm going to show you the iconic Bayside sign. I'm trying to get it where I'm trying to cross the street. So go ahead. I want the lady to go first. I don't. This is downtown. They have a lot of traffic here, so I try to avoid the traffic areas of Bayside. So let me cross the street. This is the exit of the parking garage, the entrance and the exits of the parking garage. So now we're gonna go here. We are here on Biscayne Boulevard. By the way, this is Northeast 4th Street. Here, and now we're gonna go here to. If you see, this is a Holiday Inn, which you can't really see, but a lot of this area is being redeveloped. I guess since I have a little bit more time, we're going to talk a little bit more about the next venue, which is probably something that, it's not as much, because I can't go inside of the venue, but we're going to talk a little bit about the venue here. Now, this is the iconic Bayside sign. It got redesigned a few years back. You know, I believe, I want to say during COVID, but it might be before COVID. I'm not for sure. That the iconic Bayside sign. I read about. Now, you may see this in several videos. I haven't seen any videos yet, but I'm sure there are videos with the iconic Bayside sign on it. And so this is one of the videos that, you know, this is one of the places that if you ever come to Bayside, it lights up at night, of course. And this is one of the iconic views, and this is breathtaking. A lot of people, this is what a lot of people like to take pictures of. Of course, they take pictures throughout Bayfront and Bayside, but of course, they also take pictures here at this iconic sign. And this sign is one of the premier signs here. So now we're here, we're coming across Northeast 5th Street, which is also Port Boulevard, which is the entrance to Port of Miami through there. This is also, and we're going to show you the sign here, Port of Miami. And Port of Miami here. Now we're coming up to a location. I was going to do an episode of this location, but since we do have a little bit more time left over and I can't enter the venue of this location, we are going to do an episode continuing with this part of Bayside. This is the Kaseya Center, which is home to the Miami Heat. Now, I can give you more about this venue. This venue opened up in 2000. The first concert was December 31st, 1999, which was Gloria Estefan, who is the pioneer Latin singer of Miami. And this is home to the Miami Heat. This has been their home since 2000. And, you know, of course, where Brightline is at Miami Central Station, which we did a video a while back last year, there's an area over there that was called the Miami Arena, which is used to be the home of the Miami Heat. Now this is the home of the Miami Heat, and also of course of Jimmy Butler. Of course, y'all have heard what's been going on with Jimmy Butler, but I tend not to talk about that because this video will be up for years and years to come, and you know, by that time we don't know what the fate of Jimmy Butler gonna be at for Miami Heat. This street right here that you see right here last year was named Dwayne Wade Boulevard. It stretches from Biscayne Boulevard to, if you can see that traffic light back there, it's a short street, and it is named Dwayne Wade Boulevard after Dwayne Wade, who was a retired, who is now retired, Miami Heat player that gave the Miami Heat 3 rings. And as you can see right there, this is the iconic statue. Now, with this statue, this statue was revealed last year. And as this statue was revealed, there was some controversy around the statue because a lot of people, and I said to myself, that this does not look like Dwayne Wade. Like, and they say they took the picture from one of his poses that he did when he was playing basketball with the Miami Heat. But at the time, it was, you know, a lot of people had backlash, and there are some still people who are backlashing this photo. I mean, to me now it's dead and gone because you can't do nothing about it. But yeah, what it is. Excuse me 1 second. Oh, excuse me. This is the entrance, the main entrance to the Kaseya Center for games and concerts and events. And this is also where the Miami Heat store is at. They're open every day. This ground location is open every day from 10 a.m. to about 4 p.m. And this is open during non-Heat games and event games. Now, when there's a Heat game, it's open all day, to my understanding, But on non-Heat games, it's only open from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. And This is the side of the heat. Now these right here was the signage that they used to use before they added this big sign here. Oh, let me give you a little history behind this. When the Kaseya Center opened back in 1999 and 2000, it was named the American Airlines Arena because the flight airline company American Airlines had ties here. They even had an office here, and office here where you can go and purchase airline tickets and stuff like that. They even had a place here which used to be on the side here, where is now where the second Miami Heat store is, because they have a Miami Heat store on the Bay, which is on the side here, which is 8th Street, where you can purchase, where you can go in and buy, also stuff. But I don't know if that's open every day. I just know that's where the Miami Heat, where you can go buy memorabilia and go buy, it's like another Miami Heat store. But the American Airlines had ties with the Miami Heat because they had an office here, and they ended up, they wanted their name on the market. Back in the 2020, 2021, during the pandemic, the American Airlines wanted to cut their ties with the Miami Heat. So, with that said, that they started pulling their, sponsorship or whatever. They started pulling everything from the Miami Heat. And eventually, they wanted to break away, which I think they still have ties with the Miami Heat, probably business or propositions or business things and stuff like that. But at the same time, they also, they just wanted to, they don't have any office here, because at one point they still did have offices here, but I think they pulled away, so they stopped their ties here. Back in 2022, that's when the arena ended up getting in business with the cryptocurrency FTX, and FTX became one of the big popular cryptocurrency businesses out there. So the arena ended up getting ties with them and said, hey, let's call this the FTX Arena. But back in late 2022 and 2023, that's when this is one of the entrances to the ground parking garage, because they have a parking garage on the ground. That's when they, he started stealing money. The owner of cryptocurrency FTX started stealing money, and it started going down to where the arena started posting that they didn't want to have ties with him, so they started removing everything that has FTX on it, from the uniforms that the employees wear, from the signage throughout the venue, from the outside to the inside. They started, removing everything, and eventually the guy got arrested. And then at one point it was called the Miami-Dade Arena, which I think it should have been called the Miami Heat Arena, because the Dolphins had Dolphin Stadium at one point. And Marlins had Marlins Stadium at one point. But yeah, and then eventually back in 2023, 2024, back in 2023, they started revamping, and a IT security company called Kaseya Center stepped in, and eventually it became the Kaseya Center. And as we all know it now, it is now the Kaseya Center, which will probably be here for probably over 20 years plus and anything. So this is it. I thank you for watching this episode. I actually was supposed to do a separate episode pertaining to the Kaseya Center, but since it was just a small little snippet of the thing I just said, why not just continue it with the Bayside snippet? Because I didn't go and visit all of Bayside. I just only did the ground floor. But if you want to do a more in-depth tour of Bayside, come out and visit it yourself, or there's probably other videos of Bayside that you can watch, and you can also check out their website to see what else they have to offer at Bayside. So any questions or comments on this episode, you can comment at the bottom of this page. You can also email me at roundtable00@yahoo.com. And I thank you for watching this episode. This is the Roundtable Talk. As always, stay blessed, stay safe, stay hydrated, stay warm, because it's cool out here. And I will see you in about 2 seconds in the next episode. Take care.